just gotten started here, and already these guys have been handed a really difficult decision to make. One thing this team's going to need is some leaders, and they've got one right here. Oh, no question that this guy's going to grade out as a huge impact over what was there before. We've seen Dallas represented once already. Could another Cowboy be joining the fold? Still some big holes remaining to be filled. Here's where you may, and I think that pick comes to the surprise of nobody. You had to figure they leaned that way if a player from that team became available. Oh, this guy's a rare talent and a huge upgrade over what they had before. And these guys are going to get themselves a great player here, whether it's A, B, or C. A bit of a dilemma with this threesome. Which side of the ball do you turn your focus to here? Now it's getting to the time of the draft where you really want to get lucky and hope somebody falls into your lap. Where to now? Do you get yourself a big brute for the trenches or someone who can really help you out at a playmaker type spot? Yeah, here's a spot where the fan base would be clamoring for a skill player. But do you listen to them or go after someone who can help you up front? Three choices here, all of them impact players. And with time running short, you've got to hope some guys fall into your lap, or you could be left with some real holes on your roster. Options here on both sides of the football. It's pretty much of a coin flip if you ask me.
Behind the speakers, your heart will keep me beating and make me a believer. Don't you want me? Don't you want me? I need some mercy in my soul, come on. Give me what you got, oh, oh, oh. Give me what you got, oh, oh, oh. I said, roll up, get your love. I don't care where we're dancing tonight, just as long as you're there in the break of the light. I said,
Thank you, Larry. So the picks are in. We welcome you to this Draft Champions contest. I'm Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis, ready to call the action. And let's get to it. Down to the field. It's time for kickoff. And it's the birth of a new club as we're underway in Draft Champions. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. first and 10. It's Griffin. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be second down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And his throw here's incomplete. Robert Woods, the intended receiver that time. And that's going to bring up a third down. Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for third down. From the gun on third down, Griffin. And he's got a man open. That's Marshall. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked off here by Aaron Colvin. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. They'll run it here with Smith. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. And a nice pitch and catch to pick up the reception against man coverage.
Both of them read how much yardage they needed, figured what they had to do, and were able to beat the man coverage for the completion.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up the defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, but they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
And he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Fresh set of downs here.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they? Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
On the carry, here's Smith. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
There's so many times during camp and practice that you get bored as a player doing regular drills. But how about that shed and skate drill right there by the linebacker? You do it each and every day. Get the blocker away and get him to the backfield and make a big-time tackle. That's what we just saw.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Now Breeze on the bootleg. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in.
I know where we're headed on this. Terrific catch, gets his feet down, Sets up a 4th down and short situation. I bet we're wondering, why didn't he get to the first down marker running his route? Am I correct?
You got to know where the marker is, right?
Got to figure it out. I know every receiver is taught that. Sometimes circumstances change it. At least they have an opportunity to make a decision with not much yardage to go. For those vertically challenged quarterbacks, here's a time where they will tell you it's an advantage to be a little bit on the smaller side. Able to duck in behind their offensive line and stick the ball across the imaginary yellow line for a first down.
On the ground, this is Smith. And he'll push his way up to about the 14. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain could look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Ready to go now in the 2nd quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. On 2nd down, here's Breeze. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up. Look at the big man rumble. He's at the 50.